hope you're having a fluffin' beautiful day. Today we'll be talking about the time I got my wisdoms out, which was literally only a week and a half ago. If you don't know who I am yet, my name is Zyra. And I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I'll be uploading every Mondays and Thursdays. Now without further ado, let's get started. So I really wanted to explain how it went down while I was getting my wisdom extraction. I couldn't record, obviously. If you wanted to see how I was feeling and my after effects, you can go ahead and check out my vlog, which is somewhere up here. It's really funny. I highly recommend watching that first. So go ahead and watch that first and then come back here. Okay, so let me just set the scene. We're inside of AJ's car. We're just chilling. I'm hella nervous. I'm complaining to AJ how nervous I am, and he's telling me to chill out. We finally head into my dentist. My appointment was at 11 a.m. I don't think I got in until 11:45. So I don't know what happened there. But that whole 45 minutes, I was straight up, I got into my own head. I was just like, dang, this is gonna suck. I'm texting AJ because he ended up going back home. I didn't want him to wait super long inside the car because he can't wait inside because, you know, COVID and all that stuff. So he had to go back home. So I'm texting AJ and I'm like, babe, I'm freaking nervous. He like really calmed me down. Shout out to my boo for that, being there for me. So around 11:30, my name finally gets called and they're like, Zyra, we're ready for you. And I'm like, okay, it's time. And then this lady helps me to get to my room, and it's all the way at the end of the hall, and it's just, I don't know, it felt I was in a horror movie. I don't know. I think what really scarred me was watching American Horror Story. I've only watched the first episode and it freaking scarred me to death. Just so it happens, the first episode is about this dentist. Just go and watch it. Well, it's kind of horrifying, so I wouldn't want you guys to watch it. Pretty much, there's this dentist and this girl is put down. This dentist is doing things that he shouldn't be doing while this person is put to sleep. And then next thing you know, this person is dead. This lady dies while she's put down. But anyways, that's what popped into my head. When I go into my little room, first thing I see is this gas. A whole bunch of scary situations here. That scared me already. I'm like, dang, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Super traumatic, but I was just, oh my gosh. It was pretty much just the laughing gas, which is fine. I wasn't planning to get the laughing gas just because it's adding up to everything. I was just gonna get shots all over my mouth and just do that. But then I sat into the chair and I looked to my right and I was like, ooh, there's a tray of all the things that they're gonna, you know, extract my teeth with. And I'm like, okay, there's only gonna just be pliers and your usual dentist stuff. The dentist assistant lifts up the cloth that was on top of it. I saw everything that was on that tray. And that's when I was so freaking, I was done. That scared me so bad. It looked like a toolbox filled with a whole bunch of man's tools, you know? Things that you wouldn't put in your mouth. I saw that tray with all those beautiful equipment that would be going into my mouth, and I was just like, oh my god, I want to cry. I sound so dramatic, but it was really horrifying. Like Final Fantasy, I don't know. All these horror movies were just coming into my head. I'm the type who thinks of the worst when situations, you know, happen. So the doctor comes in and then he's like, oh, how are you feeling? You know, being super sweet, and I'm just like, oh, I'm nervous, you know? What am I gonna say? He then asked me, I know that you didn't want to do the laughing gas, but we brought it out just in case. And I'm like, I'm gonna need that laughing gas because... So pretty much he ends up putting the laughing gas thing, it's like it went over my nose. It doesn't really go into my nose or anything, it just covers right over my nose, and it kind of like, it's pretty big. It's what I thought was that I was gonna get the laughing gas, you know, I was gonna smell it, get into the mood, and then he was gonna put the shots in my mouth. But no, that did not happen. That did not happen at all. Right when they put the laughing gas on top of my nose, he's like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and put the shots in. I'm like, whoa, that's fast. So he goes ahead, he grabs his little shot thing, he starts putting shots in my mouth. If you've ever gotten like a cavity, the most would be like 2, right? But this for each tooth, he put 4 shots. I don't know how to better explain this. Let's say this is the shot, okay? This is inside of my mouth. Just for one tooth here, it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was like, damn, why you gotta put so much? It was horrible. It was really horrible. But that wasn't even the worst part. He starts off with my top first. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Next thing you know, he does my bottom. And I'm like, damn, he's doing 4 more on my bottom. And then he does the freaking roof of my mouth. I had no idea they had to put the shot on the roof of your mouth. And he did 2. This is the roof of my mouth. I'm doing a lot of visuals, I'm sorry. This is the roof of my mouth, okay? And he does 2 on each side. That was definitely the worst of it. So he put 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, and 2. After he finished putting all the shots in my mouth, he had to obviously wait and let it numb out. The dental assistant that was there, she was calming me down. She's like, I know this is the worst part. Do you want a tissue? I'm like, yes, please. Because my tears, they would not stop going. And I wasn't crying like how I was crying in the vlog, as you would have seen. This girl gives me a tissue and I'm wiping my tears. I literally had to hold my just thinking about it is so funny, but it was so horrifying. But I remember just being on that chair. I had my little tissue and I was just trying to breathe very slowly so I wouldn't freaking bawl out crying. Which is probably why I had a meltdown after. Moving on, the doctor comes back in and he's like, okay, so how are we feeling? Are we numb? And I'm like, yeah, I feel pretty numb. And then he's like, do you still feel the front of your lips? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, you do? Do you still feel the outer corners of your lips? And I'm like, I still feel stuff. And this guy goes, okay, I think we need to give you more shots. And I'm just like, fun, more shots? Not only did I already have 20 shots in my mouth, he had to give me more. So now that I'm finally completely numb, we finally get started with the extraction. And he starts off on this side. Honestly, my 2 bottom wisdom teeth, when it got extracted, I still felt the nerve. I don't know, I still felt pain. What I did really like, he would tell me everything that's going on. He would vocalize, you're gonna hear some scraping, you're gonna hear some cracking, there's gonna be a lot of pressure. So even though he was vocalizing, you know, the whole thing, I still felt a lot of pain. I guess since my wisdom teeth were so close to the nerve, I could still feel, you know, the nerve being, you know, all that sensations. The whole process took about 45 minutes for him to numb me up and for him to pull out all of my wisdoms. My sister told me that for just 2 wisdom teeth, it took 2 hours for her to get it out. I felt like I was in the chair for an hour to 2 hours. It felt so long because I was just in pain the whole time. Pretty much what I'm saying here is I would highly recommend for you to just go to sleep, because that was honestly really horrifying for me. AJ says otherwise. He only got shots. I don't think he had laughing gas. And he said it didn't hurt for him. So I think everybody is just really, really different. So now we're at this point where I'm finally done getting my teeth extracted. Then the doctor goes ahead and tells me, okay, Zyra, we're all good to go. I just had to let you know that we're gonna go ahead and give you antibacterial medicine because we had to leave a little small piece of tooth inside of your mouth. And I'm just like, wait, what? Pretty much he did say that it's too close to the nerve, and if he extracted it, then it would have caused long-term nerve damage. So I can understand that, but then he said, however, in the future, you might have to get it extracted. And I'm just thinking in my head, are you telling me I have to go through this all over again? But then he said there's a high possibility that it's not necessary, but if it does get infected and all that stuff, then yeah, they're gonna have to pull it out. So right when I get home, I have to go ahead and replace my gauze. And I'm gonna show a clip here. Forewarning, it is extremely disgusting. If you do not like bloodiness, then please skip this part. But I thought I would just share it with you guys, so I'll show it right now. So now I'm gonna change my stuff because there's that. So I'm gonna do that now.
really bloody. It's really gross. Yeah, right there. Right.
That was disgusting, right? Since we're on the same path of nastiness, I thought I'd show you what my wisdom teeth looked like after it got pulled out. So this is what it looks like. I'll put it here somewhere. But yeah, for the next couple of days, I only drank soup, water, ice cream. Oh my gosh. I was literally eating ice cream twice a day and I wasn't even mad about it. And I lost 4 pounds. Like what? I gained a pound back though, but it's okay. I hope you enjoyed my little story time about the time I got my wisdom teeth out. I hope I did not scar you. That was not my intention. I just needed to vent, you know, about my experience, because you know, she's lonely. Thank you again if you made it to the end of this video. Don't forget to support your local businesses and to spread peace, love, and positivity. Until next time, peace.